It's one thing to desire wealth. It's another thing to achieve it. It's one thing to work for money. It's another thing to make money work for you. To take your finances to the next level, you need someone to show you the ropes. At United Capital PLC, we provide you with the support you need to achieve your financial goals. Whether it's capital raising, trustee services, stock trading, mutual funds, or loans, our seasoned financial advisors are available to help you make the best investment decisions. For more information on our services, go to www.unitedcapitalplcgroup.com or visit us at any of our offices in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, Kaduna, Warri, Onitsha, Ibadan, and Ghana. United Capital PLC, the intelligent choice.
Pump up the volume. Your song. Your playlist. Here on Smooth 98.1. Pump up the volume.
Money Minute with United Capital PLC on Smooth 98.1.
We are not stopping our investments anywhere else in Nigeria.
United Capital PLC, the intelligent choice.
Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. Welcome to the Money Minute Show. It's brought to you by United Capital. And of course, today, the show is dedicated to helping you manage and, gather your personal finances so you can make informed decisions, financial decisions, and ultimately navigate your way to financial freedom. Now, with us in the studio today, we've got a very special guest. We've got Mr. Gbakeji in the studio with us, Ogheneakpobo. Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm very good. Good evening.
Good to have you here, looking dashing in the suit.
Thanks so much.
This should be what Zibi should be saying.
Yeah, he's very sharp. I like that. I'll trust my money with you for sure. Mr. Gbakeji is a portfolio management associate at United Capital Asset Management Limited. And today we're speaking about how to protect your funds from inflation. Now, if you'd like to get a question across, you can send those messages to us via WhatsApp. The number is 0809 444 0981. You can also tweet at Smooth981.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. So could you please give us a short overview of what's the... How do I put this? The acronym now, UCAML. Could you give us what that is?
Okay, so UCML stands for United Capital Asset Management Limited.
United Capital
Asset Management Limited.
Okay, and give us the detail for those people that are listening for the first time. What should they be aware of?
All right, thank you so much. So for United Capital, we are leading African investment banking, asset management, trusteeship, and securities trading group, providing a bouquet of diverse financial services, including consumer finance and wealth management to individuals, corporates, and governments, enabling growth at all levels. It will also interest you to know that we're recently recognized by the Financial Times as one of Africa's fastest growing companies, an accolade that we derived from our impressive growth in revenues between the year 2017 to 2020. But then I'd like to focus a bit on United Capital Asset Management Limited, which is basically a subsidiary of United Capital PLC. United Capital Asset Management Limited, it's an investment and portfolio management services based company offering portfolio management services to a diverse range of clients, which cuts across Africa. In addition, we have 7 mutual funds currently, which cuts across various asset classes. We are looking at equities and fixed income, money market, euro bonds, and sukuk. And it may also interest you to know that we are the third largest fund manager in terms of the mutual fund space in Nigeria. Currently, in terms of assets under management, we currently have over 400 billion naira.
Oh, wow. Look at that. All right.
So, Gbakeji, I want to talk about inflation. Now, when a lot of people hear that term, it's sort of used loosely, especially here in Nigeria with regards to the economy. So could you give us a better understanding of what inflation truly is?
All right, thanks, Debbie, for that question. So for inflation simply is just a decrease in your purchasing power of money, reflected in a general increase in the price of goods and services. So we're all concerned that when you go to the market, you keep hearing people say, oh, prices have gone up from where they had last year. So that price differential they're talking about, that's basically inflation. So let's put it in perspective, right? So let's assume that a pineapple costs 1,000 naira last year. If you go to the market this year, that same pineapple that costs 1,000, you're probably paying maybe about 1,100. So now why the 100 naira increase? That's inflation.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that. But now that you've defined that for us, what is the current inflation rate in Nigeria?
All right. Thank you so much. So for the current inflation rate, it's about 16.8%. And what this basically means to anyone listening is that on an average, the prices of things in Nigeria have increased by 16% compared to the levels the prices were a year ago.
16%?
Yeah, so basically things are more expensive.
Oh, wow.
But is it possible, though, that things have actually increased way more than that?
Yeah, there's a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're just being conservative at 16% on an average.
Okay. All right. So, due to this inflation rate in Nigeria, the Naira is basically devalued, if that's what you're saying.
Absolutely. The Naira is currently devalued. So, let me put things in perspective, right? So just imagine that what you could buy with 1,000 naira a year ago, you now need probably about 1,160 naira now. So if you actually invested like 1,000 naira in an investment, let's say savings platform or something, right, and you have not returned up to 16% as of today, basically what it means that you've lost money.
Oh, wow. Well, that sounds very scary. So let's just segue into the major topic for today. And I'm sure that a lot of people are wondering how can we protect our funds from inflation? Because you just mentioned right now that, if all this is happening, then we're not making our returns. So how then can we protect our funds?
All right, thanks David for that question, right? So thankfully, right, there are proven ways to beat inflation, or at least compete with inflation, right? So first, like we always say, investors can invest in alternative assets, right? So when we talk about alternative assets, some examples of alternative assets, you have stuff like commodities, right? And if you delve into the commodity space, I would just relate it to what everybody knows. So one of the commodities is oil, right? So if you're investing in companies that actually produce these commodities, that might be a way to hedge against inflation. But stocks have always been known as a protector against inflation. Now, if you look at, let's look at it, right? Inflation rate in Nigeria is 16.8%, right? The year-to-date return in the stock market, as of today, is currently above 20%. So if you've actually invested in stocks, you are better off. But like we said at the beginning of the show, right, that inflation is increasing in general prices. Now, so who are those that actually benefit from this increase in general prices? Obviously, is the consumer goods sector. So maybe a pointer for anyone listening now and say, okay, what sector for stock should I invest in? You should be looking at the consumer goods sector to also invest in. But then, I know some listeners rather might say, oh, but stocks is risky and they've had a lot of bad experience in stocks. So even if you don't want to invest in stocks, you can invest in a much more safe, low risk investment, which is investment in dollars. So basically what you're doing is you diversify your portfolio. You're not just investing in Naira, but you're investing in another currency. So let me take you down memory lane a bit, right? So in 2012, 2013, if you had bought $1 then, right, you would have noticed that $1 was maybe like 150 naira per dollar, right? Yes. Now, fast forward back to, let's even use today, right? And I'll be very conservative. If you go to the black market and you want to buy $1 at today, maybe the minimum you get is about 600 naira. So what it means is if you've invested in 2012 alone, in terms of your capital appreciation, you would have gotten about 400%. And we've not even started talking about the accrued interest you would have gotten.
So what is the difference between saving in a domiciliary account and investing in a dollar-denominated mutual fund?
All right. Thank you for that question, right? So for saving in a domiciliary account, it's a way to hedge against inflation. However, if you're conversant with the way the domiciliary account works, right, there are charges on that account. So what it basically means is your interest rates your interest you're earning, because obviously it will be about 1% or 2%. It's not enough to cover the charges that will be on the account. So your money will actually reach a bit marginally. But when you invest in a mutual fund, right? In a mutual fund, what you get to see is you get competitive rates on your investments.
Okay.
All right. So, but let's talk about this. So this service, is it a product that United Capital offers?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So at United Capital, we have a dollar-denominated mutual fund, which is called the United Capital Eurobond Fund. The fund basically protects investors against devaluation and inflation also, while also generating competitive returns for investors, right? So investors in the fund basically benefit from the expertise of professional fund managers at United Capital, which obviously I manage one of those funds. And also you can also be assured of the safety of the funds, right? Because the funds are actually regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. But the beauty about it is that with a minimum of about $1,000, you could start investing and also hedging against inflation and devaluation, rather.
All right. So for the listeners who are interested, how can they actually get started?
All right. Thank you so much for that question. So for starters, anyone who's listening, they can just sign up to our platform investnow.ng, or alternatively, they could download our Invest Now app on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store also.
All right, thank you so much, Gbakeji. That was quite insightful. And for the listeners out there, well, you can reach out to the good people at United Capital. Don't forget, the show is Money Minute with United Capital. Of course, it's brought to you by the good people at United Capital. And this is The Smooth Drive with President Zibi and Kaide Baker. On that note, we have to segue out of here. And
if you've got any questions, you can send those questions to us via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0809 444 0981. And don't forget, you can also send those messages across on Twitter as well. Now, what you can do is tag at United Cap and use the hashtag Money Minute with UCAP. And that's how you can get your messages across.
all right, stay with us. There's more to come. This is Smooth 98.1.
Money Minute with United Capital PLC. United Capital PLC, the intelligent choice.
Making money? That can be hard. Saving money? That can be harder. But investing your money? That should be a breeze. At United Capital PLC, ease and accessibility are our watchwords. Our investment solutions are tailor-made to help you grow your wealth. With our Invest Now platform, you can invest in Naira and dollar-denominated mutual funds, stocks, trusts, and even access loans, all from the comfort of your mobile phone. To get started, visit www.investnow.ng. Download the Invest Now app from Play Store or App Store. United Capital PLC, the intelligent choice.